Today we're taking a deep dive into the Coinbase IPO, how you can actually trade it early before it happens later this year in 2021. And the beautiful thing is the platform we'll be using has actually said that if this IPO does not happen in 2021, they will be refunding all money put on the application. So FTX is the platform we'll be using. Very, very interesting trading platform. I've used this in the past. It basically creates a very unique opportunity combining kind of the blockchain decentralized crypto space with traditional finance. So you have access to different stocks when the markets are closed. So this is very interesting. You know, with the crypto markets 24/7, 365, there's not like a trading day. This is eliminated, which is beautiful. That's the way it should be. But in the traditional markets, they have to rely on the typical 9 to 5 grind. You know, the market's open, the market's closed. So with FTX, you get this first mover advantage. You get this basically leg up where you can actually get in before anyone else can. So what this does is it creates a leverage position. So you can actually trade literal leverage, so 10x, 20x, whatever you kind of want to do with this. And then also have the leverage of being able to trade like it's the crypto markets, but trade actual derivatives of the stock market. So while the Coinbase IPO hasn't happened yet, you can actually trade this. So it's basically a prediction market. So just like the election had a prediction market, this IPO does. And I think the future of this is fascinating because more people will be realizing, why are we using this archaic method of 9 to 5, trading days? And this is something that's very interesting in the crypto space. We've eliminated this. We've made it more decentralized. So I think it's really beautiful, the FTX platform. We'll have links in the description for all of this, for FTX, for more information on the Coinbase IPO, and just anything you want to see. Right now, Coinbase is actually top 30 in the App Store. So this is why I think it's very, very interesting. I personally will be using FTX to trade this, but I'll be really watching this very closely. It's one of the most interesting IPOs. I think the stock market is so insanely propped up by stimulus right now. That's why I'm much more bullish on emerging market real estate, commodities, and cryptocurrencies in number one. That's why we make the majority of videos in cryptocurrencies. But let's dive right into how you can trade Coinbase IPO before it happens. All right, we're on the FTX trading platform. This is an incredible platform for both margin and spot trading. You can kind of scroll down. This is their home screen. Again, it's just ftx.com. This will be linked in the description. So to find the actual Coinbase market, what you can do right up here is you see like all these tickers up here. You can actually go here, search market, and you go CBSE, okay? So CBSE, because remember, this is the futures market for Coinbase. So you're basically trading futures contracts. So as you can see here on the right, we'll just kind of read through what they have here because it's very important to understand what you're actually trading, how this will all work, and if you should take this opportunity. Because personally, I am just watching what happens with this futures market because I find it absolutely fascinating. Just bridging the gap between this, as we talked about in the beginning of this video, bridging the gap between this kind of old archaic method of structural finance where it's like, oh, you have the market open and the market closed. Whereas in the crypto space, it's 24/7, 365, baby. It's the best. So we're kind of taking the amazing things from the crypto space and merging them with a tokenized version of the traditional space. So very, very interesting things we have going on here. All right, so let's dive in. So Coinbase, or CBSE, is a pre-IPO contract. It tracks Coinbase's market cap divided by 250 million. CBSE balances will convert into the equivalent amount of Coinbase fractional stock tokens at the end of Coinbase's first public trading day. In the event that Coinbase does not publicly list by June 1st of 2022, this is so important, so it's 2022, June 1st, this is when the CBSE balances will cash expire to $32, in line with the $8 billion valuation. So I think if we were making a bet on if this IPO happens, it's not 100% sure, but I would say it is more than 50%. So I think the odds are in our favor. Coinbase will definitely have an IPO. They've already announced it. We'll actually be looking at a traditional news article with Motley Fool, where a lot of traditional investors look at later on in this video after we kind of cover how you can trade it here on FTX later in this video. So I think it's very interesting because we're seeing, I made a video on this recently, but we're seeing companies like, Morgan Stanley purchasing up MicroStrategy by purchasing MicroStrategy, or purchasing up a percentage of their stock. Obviously, they didn't buy the whole company, but they own a large percentage now. So by purchasing that, you're actually buying Bitcoin in kind of in relation, because MicroStrategy has a lot of Bitcoin on their balance sheets. And then we're also seeing other people like pension funds with $34 trillion. Pension funds make up $34 trillion. That is insane of the economy. So if they just put even 1%, I mean, that's about half of Bitcoin's market cap, and they're purchasing up Grayscale. So Grayscale has kind of this investment trust products in the crypto space. So again, lots of institutional demand. I think when you kind of stack all those trends together, you start to see that most likely this IPO will happen. So I think it's very interesting that we can get in early with it. So again, in line with the $8 billion valuation, spot margin trading is enabled on these contracts. Interesting. CBSE may be a volatile product. Please make sure you understand FTX's risk engine, margin liquidation, ADL, and insurance fund policies. To learn more about FTX tokenized stocks, click here. All right, I will have this link in the description. This is very, very interesting. I've read this article, but man, it's fascinating because tokenizing stocks, tokenizing bonds, this is really the future of finance. This is where things are going. We shouldn't have to be limited to this, only certain hours you can trade, because I'm currently here in Kosovo, and we have different hours. So it's like, why aren't we able to, or different time zones rather, why aren't we able to trade all the time? It's pretty ridiculous. So that's, again, one of the incredible things in the blockchain space. And then it says, visit this page to view your account setup status and important legal information. So this is very, very interesting. Let's see, we can move down. Let's see. So this is kind of just looking at the overall kind of user interface on FTX. I think it's very nice. They also have a mobile application. Their mobile application needs some work, I will say. It's not the best for at least iPhones, at least. Let me know if you have an Android, how it works. I also have an Android phone, so I need to download it to test it, but I've only just used it on my iPhone. So anyways, again, as you can see, this is kind of a nice little setup they have. You can, once you're actually logged into your account, currently I'm logged out of my FTX account, you can actually trade this tokenized version of Coinbase. But now that we've kind of covered this, let's actually dive into this interesting article that I think is important to look at, because you have a lot of older investors, I would say, people not as kind of understanding of the blockchain space, reading things like this. So it's important to kind of get into their minds, like, how are they looking at this space? How are they thinking about it? And this is a quick article. We'll kind of skim it, and then I'll also have it linked in the description. Because again, I think for most of us in the crypto space, we understand Coinbase pretty freaking well. It's where the most retail adoption is going. It's again top in the app store, so it's pretty interesting. But for people looking at like old style stocks, kind of investing in older companies and in the stock market in general, it's more easy for them to invest in an IPO than it is to buy Bitcoin or buy really any altcoin. So, cryptocurrency exchange titan Coinbase is preparing to make its stock market debut. The excitement surrounding Bitcoin's torrid price gains is likely to boost demand for Coinbase's stock among investors. They're so general with these articles. It's kind of hilarious. So again, this is Motley Fool. I'm not for or against Motley Fool. So Coinbase is one of the most popular cryptocurrencies exchanged in the U.S., blah, blah, blah. Importantly, Coinbase has solid security protocols that help safeguard users' funds. Let's see. I think the most important thing is the retail adoption. Moreover, Coinbase is well funded. It raised around $300 million in 2018 at a valuation of more than $8 billion. Coinbase counts respected investment firms Tiger Global Management and Andreessen Horowitz among its financial backers. Coinbase's coffers might have grown since then. Trading volumes surged in the recent months as the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies skyrocketed. Coinbase's revenue and profits are likely to surge along them. Thus, many investors will no doubt want to get in on Coinbase's upcoming IPO, which is likely to be among the biggest in 2021. So again, even if this doesn't happen in 2021, FTX kind of has this nice, kind of buffer with their refund policy. So again, in the beginning of this video, we covered that, and I'll have all this linked in the description. But yeah, so let's see. That's about it, honestly, for this article. Motley Fool is, again, they have a lot of kind of older school investors watching it. So I think it's interesting to kind of get into their point of view and go, okay, I'm trading this early. I guarantee you no one reading this article knows about FTX and what we covered in this video. So it's interesting to go like, okay, this is what they're all seeing. They're like, this article is very bullish on the Coinbase IPO. So why not try trading it earlier? Why not just at least watch the charts? So again, not financial advice. It's really for educational purposes, but you can read all that in the description. Thanks again for watching. There's a $280 of free sign-up bonuses on not FTX, but Prime XBT and FEMEX down below in the description. As always, invest global, and don't forget, like, subscribe, button all, like, subscribe, button all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, then click the bell button and click all, because this is time-sensitive information. If you were to be seeing this, after the Coinbase IPO, it wouldn't do you much good, but except just looking back and going, like, kicking yourself and going, dang, I wish I would have watched this video until the end and really understood. So anyone who's made it this far, you're so early. 99.9% of people have no idea what's going on with this. So smash that subscribe button, smash the like button. Let me know in the comments if you will be participating in this kind of tokenized version of the Coinbase IPO, CBSE on FTX. Again, everything will be linked in the description, as well as how to do your own research in our DYOR video down below. So thanks again for watching, and until next time.